So hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today I'm shooting the Maruti Suzuki Ignis. So this is not a normal walk around video, but this is my own ownership review. So I've owned this car for about 2 years now. So I have driven it about 4200 kilometers till now. So I'll be giving you a detailed ownership review. And this car was bought in September 2017 and it's about 2 years old. And I know that I've not driven it much. It's only about 4200 kilometers, but it's been a long span of time, so I'll be able to give you details about how this car is in detail, and if you should go for it in 2019 or not, because the BS6 version is also supposed to be launched in 2020. So let's get straight into the video.
So let's start from the basics of this car. So let me just give you the brief information background about this car. So let's see the key first. So this is the key fob which used to come with the older Nexa cars, but now this key fob has been replaced by the new rectangular key fob which does come with the Baleno, Ciaz and the new models of the Nexa cars. But this is the 2017 model and this is the Zeta variant, which is one below the top end variant. The top end variant is called the Alpha variant, and there are two base variants also, which is the Sigma variant, and above that we have the Delta variant. So these are the four signature models we get in all Nexa cars. So this is the tinsel blue color. You can see this is the petrol variant, petrol manual variant, which comes with a 1.2 liter 1200cc petrol engine, 4-cylinder petrol engine, and this is the signature petrol engine which most Maruti cars get. This is the K series petrol engine only. Now let's talk about the frontal overview of this car now. So this car does have halogen headlamps. The chrome strip which has been provided here is not a part of the accessories and is a part of the Zeta and Alpha variants. It does not come with the lower variants. These are normal conventional headlamps which are headlamps. We have not made any modifications to the headlights. So these are the stock halogen headlamps. And coming down we have the halogen fog lamps. Again, no modification to this. This chrome outer boundary came with the car itself and is a part of the Zeta and Alpha variants. Again, it does not come with the Sigma and Delta variants. And if you look at the overall frontal appearance of this car, the frontal appearance is actually which gives it the millennial theme which Maruti has advertised it with. So this car is for the millennials, as Maruti calls it. So if you see, the frontal design element is such that you would actually go for this car, but the rear design is quite subjective because most people do not like it because it's a bit out of the box, but I personally do not find it very bad, so I like it. And let me tell you about the kilometers etc. it has run. So this car has run about 4200 kilometers and it's about 2 years old, and I purchased this in September 2017. So let me just give you an overview of the build quality and if this car has had any small accidents or not. So this car has not had any accidents till now, and just small scratches here and there would be appearing. So you can see this scratch over here and these two scratches over here, which are not a very big problem, but this car comes with this cladding over here. So this cladding does not have a very good build quality. As you can see, if I pull it, this tends to come out. So this is a problem I have faced in the past 2 years, and I have faced this over here also. As you can see, this cladding has started coming out. So the screws have started coming out, and if I just press it like this, it will go in. But this is again poor build quality and cost cutting which Maruti has done in this car. So the build quality, if I talk about, the build quality is not top notch. If I see Maruti, I own a Hyundai vehicle also, but Hyundai vehicles have a much better build quality as compared to Maruti Suzuki vehicles. And now coming to the tire size of this car, so these are 15-inch alloy wheels. So these are black alloy wheels which complement the overall sporty and millennial theme of this car and make it look a lot more modern. And I have not faced any quality issues with this alloy, so plus point for this. And this only comes in the top end variants, which is the Zeta and Alpha variants. Now talking about the side profile of this car, so if you see, this car is not very long, so you can compare it to the likes of the Grand i10, now the Grand i10 Neos, as well as the Hyundai Santro also, because the higher models of the Hyundai Santro can compete with this car per se. Now this cladding over here, this cladding was opted as an accessory. So this cladding over here is does complement the overall theme of this car, as you can see, because it makes it look a lot more rugged, and it complements this side cladding also, which is a part of the Zeta and Alpha variants, again not a part of the Delta and Sigma variants. And this I have not faced any quality issues with this as such, and these are as it is. Now let me just give you the other details of this car. So I have shown you this key fob over here. So this key fob has keyless entry also on offer. So this is the keyless entry option. This is the request sensor offered. No chrome door handles. These are normal body colored door handles in and this is the tinsel blue color, as I've already told you. So this is the key fob, and for entering the car you just need the key fob. You can use the request sensor to press the button and enter the car. Now let me just give you an overview of this door over here. So this car does have dual tone interiors, which is ivory and black. So ivory is a tone of white color only, and does get quite dirty. So after 2 years I've not got any polish or anything done on the doors or in the interiors. So you can see this does have black marks. So this is a negative about this ivory interior, and if Maruti would have provided a beige or full black interior, it would have been much better for long-term usage. Now this is the door handle, which does have the same body color. So this again looks sporty and is a good part on the design used in this car. The interior, these are all four power windows, the outside rear view mirror folding button, and the electric adjustment button for the outside rear view mirror. Coming here, we have a half-liter bottle holder over here with this small cubby hole also, which is a document holder. This car does have 4 speakers and 2 tweeters, so you can have a look at the speakers over here, and the tweeter has been placed inside, which I'll be showing you later. Now let me give you an overview of the buttons over here. So this is the carbon fiber finished AC vent. So this is not real carbon fiber or anything obviously, but this is just a texture finish which does look nice. These are the buttons for the trip meter. So this is the infotainment brightness button. So instrument cluster, you can reduce and increase the brightness so that it does not shine into your eye at night when you're driving. This is the info button to control the infotainment cluster, and there is also this trip A and B meter, so you can switch between trips while you're driving to have a detailed look at the mileage, etc. Now this is the parking sensor button, so you can switch on and off the parking sensor button. So I have switched on the ignition using the push start stop button which this car has, so I can switch on and off the parking sensors. This is the headlight leveling button. This is the push engine start stop button, which is backlit, so at night you will not have any problems at all when you're pressing it. Now let me just give you an overview of the seats over here. So let me just tell you that these seat covers are opted as accessories. This car does not come with seat covers even in the top end variant. So if you do not purchase seat covers, you will have plain fabric seats. So this is the button for the backrest. So you can set the backrest according to your height, but you cannot height adjust the seats. So this car does not have height adjustable seats, so but drivers won't have any problem because this is a very small car and compact car, so even short people can drive this easily. And this is all about the seats, etc. The seats are quite comfortable. This side support is also, it extends forth, so it gives you a very sporty feeling and just holds you back while you're driving. And this is the headrest, which is adjustable. So this is a plus point because other cars in the segment mostly do not have such adjustable headrest, and this headrest is quite large in size also. So even after 2 years of usage, the cushioning does remain the same. The seats do have proper cushioning, and even the headrest is same and you can adjust it. So this is again a plus point while you're driving. Now I have got into the car, so let me just give you an overview of the interior. So the plastic qualities are not very, obviously this is not a very high segment car, but the plastic qualities are like hard plastic. So there's hard plastics used everywhere. I can knock it and show you. No leather or any soft upholstery used anywhere, but I have not had any major plastic issues from inside because this car has run only about 40-100 kilometers and hardly runs about 3 to 4 days in a week, which is about a 5-kilometer run. So I have not faced any plastic issues, major plastic issues in the interior. Now coming to the interior, etc. So let me just first switch on the car. So I can keep the key fob over here, and I have the push start button. I have to just press the clutch. So you can see I've started the car now, and this is a steering wheel. So steering wheel is quite cute and chunky, and I personally like this steering wheel more than the steering wheel offered on the Baleno, Ciaz, S-Cross as well as the XL6 Ertiga, etc. So this steering wheel is much more compact and nice and does look better also. So these are the steering mounted controls offered. So no voice command on offer because this does not have the 7-inch touchscreen infotainment system, but it does have the conventional normal music system which does have Bluetooth on offer. So I'll be telling you that in detail later. But you can have a look at the steering mounted controls over here, button for the mode, volume, etc. So I'll just switch it on and show you. So this is mode, volume, etc. I can change the mode to Bluetooth, etc. using this info button for the trip meter. So this is the instrumental cluster. As you can see, it looks quite nice because see, if you look at the overall theme of this car, this does have blue lights over here. RPM meter has been offered, which is not offered in the base variant. The base Sigma variant only has a speedometer, no RPM or tachometer offered. It does not even have any MID, it just has a small screen which tells you about the trip, etc. So this multi-information display can be toggled using the info button over here. So I'll just toggle this through and tell you instant fuel economy, average fuel economy, which is showing 11.7 right now. But if you drive daily and for longer distances, it will surely give you about 14 or 15 because I have noted that on longer journeys. This is the 148 kilometer range, average speed, etc. So this is the driving time. So this is all about the trip meter. And if I even switch off the car and then start it and show you again, the Maruti Suzuki logo brights up. So that actually looks quite nice and premium for a car of this segment. And talking about the wiper toggles over here, this does have rear wipers, so off wipers, no automatic wipers or automatic headlamps on offer, normal halogen headlamps as I've already told you about. So this is the toggle for the headlamps. And let me just give you an overview of this infotainment system. It has two rotatory dials. No, I have not faced any problems with this music system over the past 2 years. The audio quality is quite decent, not top notch, but it's quite decent for a segment, for a car of this segment. I have not installed any subwoofer, amplifier or any external components in this car. This has the stock stereo, and I have not faced any such problems with the stereo. Now coming down, this car does have manual climate control in the Zeta variant, but in the Alpha variant you do get that toggle switch automatic climate control. But this has AC, this is the AC button, manual AC. So I have not faced any problems with the AC too. The cooling is quite good and I have not faced any problems, so no need to worry about that if you're planning to purchase this car. Hazard light button over here. Now this is the 12-volt charging socket, and this is the USB and aux button. So using this USB and aux, you can import music into your music system also, and there are cubby holes offered over here too. So if you see, I have these two cubby holders offered over here, which you can keep the smaller stuffs, and I have space to keep stuff over here too. This is the 5-speed manual gearbox. So this car does come with AGS technology also, auto gear shift, but we had opted for the manual variant only, and this is the very trusted automatic manual gearbox, 5-speed manual. Now talking about the finish over here, this center console does have this blue finish. So this is the body color only, tinsel blue color, and this has been carried on to the inside also. Now this is a very good design element offered by Maruti. This is the manual handbrake on offer. Now let me just give you an overview of the storage capacity here. So this is a dashboard. As you can see, this dashboard has two compartments. So this is a tab holder, a file holder over here, and you can keep your documents over here. Decent space offered over here. Now this is the white dashboard also. So as you can see, this dashboard does tend to get quite dirty. So that is a negative again about the ivory color, which I've already told you about. Just a test. So you can have a look at the quality used over here on the steering. So if you pull this, you can actually see it coming out. So this is again cost cutting on Maruti's part. Talking about the steering cover over here, this cover did come with the pack which this car has. So Nexa cars do come with an accessory pack which is included in the price of the car only. So this came with that only, and this is a textured finish, so this looks quite handy. This is the internal rear view mirror, which is manual. So, and this comes with the beige finish only. no modifications here too. No reverse parking camera has been installed in this car, but this car does have 2 airbags, ABS, CBD and parking sensors as standard across all variants. This is the ticket holder offered, no mirror offered over here. A mirror is offered over here which does not have any covering or light. This is the internal reading lamp offered, so using this you can just toggle it. This is the speaker for the infotainment system Bluetooth, so while you're talking, this microphone will input your voice from here. Now this is all about the frontal end of this car. You can see there is this blue finish on the door handle over here only. Now I'll be telling you about the rear seating arrangement. Now coming to the rear end of this car, so this car does not have a lot of space on offer because it is a sub 4 meter car and is a small car of a lower segment, so it can carry about 4 adults and 1 passenger. Now coming to this door, the build quality of this car is not very heavy. So if you compare other cars in the segment, especially the Hyundai cars or any other car in the segment, including the Tata Tiago also, which does not actually compete with this car but is a car price in the lower price segment, but you can compare the lower models of the Ignis with that. So the door is not very heavy, so that comments on the build quality of this car, which is not very good. So that is a negative which you have to keep in mind when you're buying the car. And this is the door, so you can see this ivory panel over here has a lot of dirty marks, etc. So it's quite dirty. So over 2 years of usage, the door the ivory panels get quite dirty, so that is a negative. And there is a small cubby hole offered over here, bottle holder, no cubby hole on offer. 2 speakers have been placed on the rear doors as well, and this is the chrome door handle on offer. Now getting in the car, let me just sit into the car and give you an overview of the seating capacity and the space this car offers. So this front seat has been set to my height, and I'm about 5 feet and 8 inches or 5 feet and 9 inches. So as you can see, I have enough leg room. Under thigh support is good. Even headroom is quite good because this has a tall boy design like the Maruti Suzuki Wagon R, and the cabin feels quite airy because of the large window line over here. But this cost cutting has been done, so here Maruti could have provided a black cover panel, plastic panel, to cover this exposed body metal, but they have not done this. This is cost cutting again. The seats over here are quite upright, so there is no reclining option offered whatsoever. So for long journeys, this is this can seat about 2 adults and 1 small child, because there is a very slight hump offered over here on the floor bed also, and there is this cubby holder offered also. These seat pockets are a part of the seat cover, so I can't say anything about the seat pockets or storage capacity over here, but there is this capacity storage cubby hole offered over here, which is a good part on Maruti's side. Now let me just compare it to the other cars in the segment. So even the Hyundai Grand i10 does have the same amount of space practically, if I compare, but if you talk about the seat recline angle, this seat is quite upright. So in case of the other cars in the segment, the seats are reclined, so it will be more comfortable for longer journeys. Now let me just again show you the folding capacity. So if I just try to fold it, you can actually remove this headrest and you can make a not exactly a flat bed, but a 60-40 split over here. So this can be a viable option for you to store luggage for long journeys. Now coming to the design over here, so this is the C pillar of this car. So this does have these 3 claw designs. So this is a very subjective part of this design, because most people tend to dislike this, but some people do like this design. So it is subjective to you. If you like this design, you can obviously go for it. Now coming to the rear end of this car, so this does have quite a peculiar design offered to it. So these are the split tail lamps offered over here. So these are split. Half of the tail lamp goes up with the boot if you open it. This is a plastic cladding bumper offered over here. So there are 4 parking sensors standard in the newer facelifted model of the Ignis. But in the older model, which I have currently, 4 parking sensors were not standard. But 2 airbags, ABS, CBD have been offered standard. Now this is the Ignis branding over here. You get a rear wiper in the top end variants with the Zeta and Alpha also. No accessories have been installed on the rear end, so this is very stock, so you can get an idea also. Now let me just give you a practical overview of the boot. So if I unlock it, you can directly open it over here using the toggle off button here. Now so this boot is quite cluttered right now, so I'm sorry for that, but this will also give you a brief idea of the storage space this car offers. So I'll be telling you about the practical storage space of how you can use it. So these are two cushions which were also offered by Nexa only. This is a parcel tray which can be removed, or it can be also stuck to the boot over here using this. So using this you can stick it over here too, and this is the practical boot space this car offers. This does have a boot lamp also. The loading lip of this boot is not very low, so it's comparatively higher than other sedans, so you'll have to do a bit of work while you're putting large suitcases into this. But you can see you can put two small suitcases and one duffel bag kind of thing over here, but you can obviously increase the boot space by folding the rear seats, which is quite a viable option too. So guys, thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, subscribe, and also comment down your suggestions below in the description box. And do follow me on Instagram, that is TheCarsShow _ Arsh Jolly. And if you have any queries regarding any cars or any suggestions you want when you're buying a car, you can ping me on my Instagram, or you can also mail me at the email ID I have put in the description box. And do watch my other videos also about the Maruti Suzuki Ignis and other cars I've reviewed. You will be getting the links of my latest videos in the I button coming below. Thank you for watching this video.